Frederic Dorr Steele was born near his family's sawmill in northern Michigan in 1873. He came to New York City when he was 16 and studied at the National Academy and the Art Students League, where his mother once studied and where he would eventually become an instructor. He worked under the artist and art editor Edward Penfield at Harper's. New popular monthlies like McClure's Magazine needed illustrators, and Steele became a freelance artist in 1897. His work accompanied stories by Mark Twain and many other writers. He began to add color to his work, and his drawings in Scribner's Magazine for November 1900 were reproduced using a technique he invented to simplify plate making. So popular was his work that the novelist Richard Harding Davis suggested he illustrate his new mystery In the Fog for Collier's, where he employed his signature style. He went on to illustrate many more works by Davis, including Vera the Medium, Ransom's Folly, and The Scarlet Car. Steele was one of the first 40 members of the Society of Illustrators in New York City, and the group's second annual exhibition in 1903 featured 6 of his illustrations from stories such as The Mission of Kitty Malone and Gouverneur Morris's story, The King of Bad Bad. When the 13 stories of The Return of Sherlock Holmes were to appear in Collier's in 1903, Steele was the natural choice. William Gillette had scored a triumph when his play Sherlock Holmes opened in 1899, and the actor became Steele's inspiration, even though Gillette never modeled for Steele. Steele captured Gillette's charisma, his presence, his romance, his confidence, and created an idealized portrait of Sherlock Holmes, which became an enduring, permanent contribution to the character, and an inspiration for other artists. Steele knew John Barrymore, who starred as Holmes in a 1922 film based on Gillette's play. Barrymore told Steele that my Holmes looks more like yours than Gillette's. We had all your old pictures out on the lot. Steele drew 11 spectacular color covers and nearly 50 interior illustrations for the Return series in Collier's. He illustrated all but 4 of the 33 Holmes stories Conan Doyle wrote after 1903. Steele was in demand, and his work was the first by a living American artist to be exhibited by the Library of Congress in their new Cabinet of American Illustration, when over 100 of his drawings were shown in 1937. In the 1930s, his drawings began to appear in the New York Herald Tribune's theater section, where he captured Wilfrid Lawson as Wagner in A Prelude to Exile. The Three Sisters with Edmund Gwenn, Judith Anderson, and Catherine Cornell. Watch on the Rhine with Paul Lucas and Mady Christians. Ray Bolger in By Jupiter. Elmer Rice's play American Landscape with Charles Waldron and Phoebe Foster. The Skin of Our Teeth with Tallulah Bankhead. Herbert Ransom and Tallulah Bankhead in Rain. Maurice Evans' Broadway success as King Richard II. And Catherine Cornell and Edith Evans in Romeo and Juliet. William Gillette finally sat for a drawing by Steele in October 1929. In 1934, Steele and Gillette attended the first dinner of the Baker Street Irregulars in New York. Steele began illustrating a definitive edition of Sherlock Holmes which remained unfinished at his death in 1944. Today, no stone marks the resting place of Frederic Dorr Steele's ashes in the Albany Rural Cemetery in Menands, New York. We are working to remedy that, and we need your help. If you love Sherlock Holmes, you love the work of Frederic Dorr Steele. He captured great moments in the canon, inexplicable mysteries, moments of adventure, surprises, mysterious puzzles, weird, otherworldly terrors. The mastery of Sherlock Holmes. The moments of revelation and excitement. Clients in peril. And he captured the friendship of Holmes and Watson, the personality of Baker Street, of these two old comrades, their strange clients, the life-changing moments, Holmes on the hunt. For 40 years, Frederic Dorr Steele showed readers the moments that mattered in the world of Holmes and Watson. And he had a lot of fun along the way. He did not take himself too seriously. Frederic Dorr Steele's work is a lasting gift to storytelling, and you can help us honor his memory. Donate today. Share our video and this story on Facebook and Twitter. Please help us commemorate his life and work.